Hi, buddies. Welcome to How to Autism. We're going to talk about self-harming, specifically self-harming stimms. So here's your trigger warning. If you can't do that right now, I hope you have a badass day and I love you. Please don't watch this. Okay, so what is stimming? Stimming is repetitive, usually physical repetitive behavior that helps to regulate emotions. Everybody stims. But not everybody has the same experience as autistic people. You can share autistic traits, doesn't make you autistic. And because of that different relationship with stimming and emotions, talking about stimming and autism is a whole different ballgame. So sometimes if we're happy, we flap our hands. Sometimes if we're nervous, we'll rock back and forth or we'll do this thing. And then there are what we call self-harming stimms. These can range from head hitting to bashing your head in. Sometimes it's cutting. There are a lot of reasons why a person would harm themselves. Usually with autistic people, it has to do with emotional regulation, with feeling overwhelmed and dysregulated. So this thing, like hitting of the head, actually helps to regulate emotions. And most of us don't really feel pain when it's happening. And it's not always physical like that. Sometimes it's screaming till we lose our voice. Sometimes it's subtle. It's picking at something, and then all of a sudden you notice you're bleeding. And a lot of times that emotion that can't be regulated, that we don't understand, is either directly or somehow related to hatred. A lot of times self-hatred. For some of us, after we unpack it, we start to realize, oh, I hit myself so I don't hit something or someone else. I mean, it's far more nuanced than that. It's really complex. Emotions are like water, and all of us have this dam and these irrigation systems to help regulate emotions. For a lot of autistic people, our dam is shitty. That shit has been around forever. It was shittily built and is hardly ever repaired. So it's up to us and those in our community and those who care for us to help us repair and re-regulate those emotions, that system of water, because when we are emotionally overwhelmed, it's like a dam breaking. It is just an avalanche of emotions. And what happens is that our feelings, just most autistic people, our feelings manifest physically. And so that's what happens. And we can't really stop it. In fact, trying to stop it will often make it worse. So it's more about prevention and harm reduction. And in my observation and my experience, there are two things that make everything worse when it comes to self-harming stimms, and that is shame and guilt. So as far as harm reduction, the best thing that you can do for yourself if you're autistic or for someone you know that's autistic is try to make shame and guilt go away as quick as possible. It's also something you can do preemptively for yourself or someone that you love who's autistic. You can start to put things into place to lessen that feeling of shame and guilt. Because I don't know if you live in a society or not, but society loves those things. No one is born feeling ashamed and guilty. That is a gift we are given. You don't need to take it. And another thing that helps more with prevention than regulation, although after you are practicing it, you can do it during these meltdowns and things, and that is channeling or irrigation. And the best way to do that is through art. When we don't express our feelings, they become secrets, and secrets make us sick. And nothing is a better example of that than watching an autistic meltdown with self-harming stimms. And there's nothing more fucking incredible than watching a young or new autistic recognizing the warning signs and going and making a song, punching a thing, screaming at something, drawing. Something I've learned and I've observed is that the opposite of self-hate is not self-love. It's self-acceptance. It's self-awareness. I was taught and do believe that love and hate are not opposites. They're right next to each other. And they both have polar opposites. Because the opposite of love is not hate. It's invalidation. So the best thing that you could possibly do for you or someone you know that is autistic is loudly validate their experience. Hope you have a badass day. Ask any questions in the comments. Let's keep talking. And I love you.